I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the book.
You guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light, and he happened to be hanging out the window.
Which of those 4 is it when you talked to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
Following the publication of The Reckoning, a brand new Diddy documentary, new information about Diddy's role in Tupac's death surfaced online. After fans said that Diddy wanted Tupac gone because he wanted to be Tupac, the police added Diddy's name to their files.
Tupac was a shining example of everything that Diddy wanted to be, and he was that naturally. He was charismatic, he was sought after, desired, he was very well liked and a naturally likable person. He was charming, he actually had intrinsic talent, he was a star. He was what Diddy tried to force his way into becoming. Diddy, through force, through manipulation, through fear-mongering, tried to become loved and adored and liked, but all he could manage is like a twisted clone of that he was able to garner through fear. But back to my original point, he thought he triumphed over Tupac by when actually what he did was make Tupac immortal. And by Diddy continuing to live and earn more wealth and, in his mind, earn more adoration, he thought he triumphed. He thought he won overall.
Even 50 Cent responded to this. It was made public. 50 Cent claims it's not finished. Videos of Diddy starting a family with Tupac's ex-girlfriend are among the additional unreleased Diddy videos that were left out of the Netflix documentary that will soon be available on YouTube. In 2006, Diddy and Sarah Chapman, who notably dated Tupac in 1995, had a daughter named Chance Combs. When investigators examined the relationship, they discovered something alarming. Tupac was shown with Sarah Chapman, Diddy's infant mother, on November 18, 1995. Sarah was the one. According to Diddy, his ideal woman is her. Diddy didn't like it when she started dating Tupac, so he tried to grab Tupac for the first time, but the police ignored it.
I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the book. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work.
He tried again after his first attempt failed. It was revealed during the Diddy trial that a former LAPD officer claimed Diddy had Tupac negotiate for $1 million. Biggie was dealt with by Suge in retaliation. Keffe D was employed by Diddy to get Tupac. When Keffe D was eventually taken into custody by the authorities after 20 years of freedom, he was questioned. When he admitted that Diddy was the main culprit, he was unaware that he was being filmed.
On all 4 of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those 4 is it when you talk to him about Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
And following this, Diddy was asked in an extremely embarrassing interview if he was accountable for Tupac.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
He was asked about his role. Just like in the Diddy trial, Diddy faces questions about his alleged role in Tupac's passing after being mentioned 77 times in a new legal filing. The news reported, the crimes hired hitman, Keffe D, claimed that everything was Diddy's wish and that it was simpler than he had anticipated. Even the author of Tupac's book asserts that Tupac was merely playing a part and wasn't as tough as he seemed, claiming he couldn't defend himself and didn't even know how to use a gun.
Because he died because all these guys sold him this lifestyle idea, but he wasn't it. He couldn't fight. He had no athleticism. He didn't know how to shoot. He He wasn't that guy, but he started to believe it.
He method acted it.
100% method acted it.
The police took notice of this and announced that they had taken notes regarding 50 Cent's Diddy documentary, which revealed previously unheard evidence of Diddy paying $1 million for Tupac's death. According to sources, 50 Cent has always wanted Diddy to face charges because of a never-before-seen occurrence. He has long wanted to expose Diddy. 50 Cent claims that Diddy's Tupac hit is why he doesn't like him.
I hate when they leave me to talk because I always say the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that thing? Yeah! I gotta stop doing that. I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with what you're saying. I said crazy no reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
However, a closer look at the police records reveals that Diddy was not acting alone. The article stated, "The reinvestigation of Tupac's passing is revealing new names and evidence of those involved." In case you missed it, Suge is a new name mentioned. Back then, Eminem even claimed that Suge was to blame for the deaths of the two greatest rappers. "I hold Suge accountable for the deaths of the two greatest rappers to have ever lived. Christopher Wallace could tell you for himself if he could speak. If Suge brings anyone else down with the row, I'm holding him accountable." However, according to new documents, Detective Russell Poole believed Knight was responsible for Tupac's death before he could leave the label. To confuse investigators, he also set up the opposing Blue team. Snoop Dogg was the primary Blue member they attempted to place the blame on since. According to his file, which is linked to Tupac's, he was meant to be in the car with Tupac that evening. He became a target.
With Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac, I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
However, Snoop stated that he declined to go because of a disagreement with Tupac.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that, Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
However, Snoop's sudden departure from Tupac within 72 hours of the attack raised serious suspicions with the feds. It's important to keep in mind that Snoop was tapped into the streets back then, so it's possible that he learned about a hit. In a different interview, however, Snoop reiterated his belief that Tupac detested him.
I say a week before we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York, and it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like it. I want to do some music with him. And I just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with him. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
They explain that Tupac was in Vegas with Suge Knight on September 7, 1996. Even though they go over the complete evidentiary files and how Tupac was removed, they went there to witness a Mike Tyson fight. But after it ended, Tupac got into a fight with Orlando Anderson, a member of Blue Street.
Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson, the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
After a few minutes, security broke up the altercation, and Tupac returned to his hotel to change. When 11 p.m. arrived, Tupac and Suge got into their BMW and headed to a nightclub. However, the opposing Blue Squad stopped Tupac and Suge at a light when they were traveling to the club.
About Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
Strangely, no one was punished or prosecuted for the crime. But years later, Keefe D appeared on DJ Vlad's show to discuss the event.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. He was going to go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac?
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
He gave a detailed account of how they ambushed him and attempted to assert that Tupac had brought out a gun prior to their arrival. But official records stated that Tupac's vehicle did not contain a handgun.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a...
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually...
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car started at Tupac and Suge.
Even more bizarre is the fact that Keefe D was questioned by the police at the time of the incident but was never arrested.
You say Suge looks over, he sees you?
Yeah.
He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the
back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside of their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando Donovan's car crossed Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window.
They discovered this further interview in which Keefe D expressed regret for what had transpired that evening, which greatly advanced the police case.
Yeah, I hate that happened, dog. I really do, man. It took a lot of people's lives, dude. I hate that happen. Probably to God. I feel they should, that was wrong, man. It was just wrong, purely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wish it had never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. It never happened, dude.
An officer disclosed that Tupac was an industry plant who was assigned to put an end to the conflict between the Red and Blue Street teams, despite the fact that there are voids marked in the file that suggest Tupac may still be alive.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Mutulu Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
However, they made it appear as though Tupac passed since the scheme failed and he was targeted. Some followers think it's possible that they staged his death while he was recuperating in the hospital. It's strange that a rapper named Trey, who was close to Tupac in the past and collaborated on tracks with him, claimed to have last seen him in Cuba. He was being interviewed just like everyone else. However, the reporter put down his camera and abruptly inquired about Tupac's last sighting. If someone asked you about your friend, who died more than 14 years ago, you would probably hesitate or wonder why they asked. Rather, Trey responds to it as if it were a typical query.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question.
Nobody knows. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good. We good. Thanks a lot, man.
Last time I saw him, he was in church.
1 month later, footage came out from a news website which claimed that Tupac was spotted in Cuba.
Look, zoom in. That's Pac, man. He with the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographed. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
Because Suge Knight stated in an interview, "When I left that hospital, me and Tupac were laughing and joking. Even the person closest to Tupac during his career believes that Tupac is still alive. Therefore, I fail to see how someone may go from doing well to doing poorly."
When I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never know.
Even the strange thing, though, is that Tupac was sound asleep. He therefore couldn't have shared a chuckle with Suge. What matters most, though, is that Suge Knight stated the same thing in numerous interviews over a number of years.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital, he was conscious in the ambulance, he was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They took off. Shortly after conducting one of the interviews, Suge was repeatedly targeted by a man carrying a gun. Suge thought this was a result of his assertion that Tupac was still alive and that others were attempting to capture him. However, Suge Knight's kid began making more remarks about Tupac around the time of his sentencing. Tupac's son declared on Instagram that his father was still alive and residing in Malaysia. He shared a discussion that said, "You said too much," the day after he published this. "It's your turn to leave." He would release pictures of Tupac with contemporary celebs like Beyoncé and 50 Cent while he was in a panic. He titled the Beyoncé post, "He Never Left Us," giving the impression that he was being pursued for releasing it. "They are going to pursue me shortly." Some think this was a marketing gimmick to gain influence for his kid, while others think it's the reality. Given that Suge Knight was present when it occurred, no one else would be more knowledgeable about the circumstances.